In this video, we're going to show you how to get your proposal kit products onto a Windows 10S or Windows in S mode computer. Windows 10S is a simplified version of Windows with a number of restrictions placed on it by Microsoft. The key restriction we're concerned about is the inability of Windows 10S computers to download executable programs from the internet. All executable programs have to go through the Windows Store. Now, because proposal kit packages are collections of documents, and also our Wizard software is a Word for Windows macro add-in, all that will run on a Windows 10S computer. So the situation is just getting that material onto the computer in the first place. To do that, all of our material is packaged into compressed zip files for Windows 10S or S mode. And those are the files you can download from the internet without having to go through the Windows Store. When you placed your order, you got an email with download instructions and a link. So log in. If you don't have the email, you can always log in through the My Orders link on our website using your original order email and email address. Either way, the email or the My Orders link from our website will get you to the download page. Your download page may be different depending on which products you ordered, but in general, it'll all look like this. Click the Windows 10S or S mode download, or just scroll down the page to the Windows 10S and S mode files. These are simply compressed zip files. They'll actually work on any platform. Another situation you might want to use these zip files is in a corporate environment where your IT department may have restricted you from downloading executable files, but you still want to get the proposal templates and Wizard software on your computer. You can go through this process. So click each download link once and save it to your computer. How your browser will download and save, it depends on your system. Different browsers will do things slightly differently. But in general, once you've downloaded everything to your hard drive, look in your downloads folder for the files you just downloaded, or wherever you set your downloads folder to. We want to unzip all of the proposal kit products into the same root folder on your hard drive. This is so the Wizard software can easily find all the packages when it sets itself up. If you extract these files into different places in your hard drive, the Wizard won't be able to find the templates. So let's say we're going to unzip everything onto our C drive. This could be your D drive, whatever drive you want on your computer. Well, let's just make a new folder, call it My Proposal Kit. You can create a root folder, name it anything you want. Okay, now that we have a new folder on our hard drive, we can unzip or extract all of the packages into this folder. Now, depending on what software you have installed, the unzip or extraction process will vary slightly. Your browser might be able to do it for you. You might have a third party's unzip tool, or you might be using Unzip. So whatever extraction tool you have, Okay, now we've extracted all of our packages into the My Proposal Kit folder, and you'll see they actually all went into a single subfolder called Proposal Kit, and then under that Proposal Pack, Title Page Pack in this case. The Wizard software will be in the Proposal Pack folder. So once you've located this folder, there's one file that's important here. This is the Wizard program. Now the version number, this will change over time. Right now it's the current version. Now one extra step required by Windows 10 S or S mode is that you will have to unblock the macros in this file. So highlight this file, the one that says Win10S in it. Right-click your mouse to bring up the properties. And if you see an unblock checkbox or an unblock button, click that. Once you've clicked that and unblocked the file, click OK. This is the one extra setup step required on Windows 10 S or S mode that is not required on standard Windows. Also, it's important to have Microsoft Office installed. You can download and install Microsoft Office from the Windows Store. That will probably install the Personal Edition, but the Personal Edition will work just fine as that supports macros in Word documents. So make sure you have Office installed before you start opening and running the Wizard. Okay, now that we're ready to start the setup, we have everything unzipped and unblocked. Double-click the Win10S document. This is going to open up the Wizard's Word document that has the Wizard software embedded in it. If you see some yellow bars, ignore the ones that say marked as final and signatures. Those are normal, they'll always be there. You don't have to touch those. The security warning, macros have been disabled, you have to click this Enable Content button. Click it once, it'll disappear, and that is the setup step to enable the macros. Now they're unblocked and they're enabled. Now we're ready to run the Wizard program. Look at the Add-ins tab. Click that and you'll see a Run Wizard button. Click that and the Wizard will prompt you with some setup questions. The first time it's run, because we're doing this through the zip files and the normal Windows EXE did not do some setup steps, the Wizard can actually take over and do the setup itself. So you'll see it tell you that the registry does not exist and so on, and it may tell you that some paths are missing. That is normal for the first Windows 10S setup. So just click Yes and follow the prompts. And as long as you're seeing these screens, such as this questions to answer, the initializing prompts, the messages, that means the software is running properly. If you are not seeing this screen, or you're not getting message prompts, if you're getting any kind of errors or anything, double check that you have everything installed correctly, that you have things unblocked and enabled, and that you have Office 365 installed first. If you have any other problems, contact us for assistance. But at this point, the Wizard is set up. And now we can just finish the setup steps. Fill in your name and address information. Look at these other tabs. Enter your activation code that's in your email or off the website after you've logged in. Now, the first time the Wizard runs, it'll pop up some additional messages. These messages will tell you what proposal pack template packages you have installed that the Wizard found. If you do not see any messages telling you that it found any particular document styles or title page packs, or the Proposal Kit Professional or contract packs, whatever products you installed, it may be because you did not unzip those into the same folder that the wizard was installed in. That's why we created a single root, like My Proposal Kit folder. If you installed or unzipped all of your packages into that folder, the wizard should be finding everything. Title page pack in this example was one of the packages, was one of the template packages we installed. Okay, now the wizard has set everything up, and you'll be able to start running the wizard program. From here, you can just follow any of our other videos or help material. Okay, one thing to note is, as the wizard set itself up, it created some desktop icons. You've got a 5-minute quick start, which is instructions on how to actually set up and create your first document. Make sure you follow these instructions. The wizard manual will cover all of the different things you can do with the wizard, how to configure it, and so on. If you ever close this wizard, how you get back to it is this desktop icon, Run Proposal Pack Wizard, is a shortcut that will reopen that wizard document. Now in Windows 10 S or S mode, it will only open the document. You'll have to also manually click the Add-ins tab in the Run Wizard button to start the interface. On normal Windows, it will automatically launch the interface. This is another restriction on Windows 10 S, where the desktop shortcuts cannot automatically invoke the macros. And that's it for setting up the wizard and proposal packs on a Windows 10 S or S mode computer, or on a restricted, say, corporate computer where you are not allowed to download executable files. Okay, one other tip for how you get your document packs found by the wizard on Windows 10 S or S mode is you can search for packages after the wizard has been set up if it did not find them the first time. For example, if you accidentally unzip them into the wrong folder, like not underneath the root folder like we showed you. Say if you had unzipped these somewhere else on your hard drive, set up the wizard, you can then, say, drag and drop additional template packs or the ones you unzipped to the wrong location, move them under that folder that you created, say, My Proposal Kit folder. Let's say we purchased and downloaded another template pack, or it's one we just forgot to extract into the correct location the first time. Previously, we did 3, an NA Business, the wizard, and a title page pack. But now we've added a contract pack download. So now we're going to unzip or extract this contract pack into our My Proposal Kit folder. And we'll see it added a contract pack subfolder, but it's not in the wizard yet for use. So we'll use the Preferences tool. Search for installs. Now we unzipped it as a subfolder under here, so the wizard will be able to automatically find it. See it? Now it found the IT contract pack, and that package is now set up for use in the wizard. That will work for any template packs, contract packs, proposal packs, title page packs, and the Proposal Kit Pro bundle. From here, just follow the usual instructions to create projects, change your document styles, and so on. All the other videos from now on describing the different parts of the Wizard software and packages will all apply. Click subscribe to keep up on the latest proposal writing tips with Proposal Kit.